Hi everybody, it's Justin the gardener here. I'd really like to thank you for watching my video today and for the last video, for all the lovely comments you made. It really spurred me on. So here we are with the second one. Now in today's video I'd like to talk a little bit about my favourite book, which is here. It's really inspired me, this book, so I'll talk a little bit more about that, but not for too long because I want to keep you awake. And we're also going to be going to the walled garden at the Manor House. We're going to look at the raised beds next to that with the spring flowers. And we're also going to have a look down the driveway and we're going to do before and after of how it looks. So the year before, where there's nothing, it was just a bit of a mess, and now to where it is this day presently. And I also want to show you this. Now I showed you this last time. This is my little plant. Do you remember I told you I've got a little peony here? You can see it's starting to open. The little flowers are just coming now. Windowsill orchid, they call it, a common name. And I've had this quite a few years, and it's got little bulblets in there. It's a beautiful plant, so I want to show you how that was doing. And so, if you're ready for the adventure, I'm going to leave you now. I will get on with the films I've been making during the week. So yeah, please enjoy and like and subscribe and tell all your friends, please. It really does help. Thank you. So I hope you enjoyed your little visit to the garden centre. I always come away with something, and today I came back with some lawn care, feed and weed. This is liquid, which is easy for me to water on because I've done the granule before and I end up burning everything. And I also got some luxury perfectionist lawn seed. It's a traditional lawn grass seed mixed with a quality result. Treats 15 square metres, which is probably adequate for here, and I don't need to do it everywhere because it's just patches around the edges and stuff. So yeah, so I hope you've got your coat on and your gloves and your hat and your shoes because it's a bit chilly today, even though it's going to be nice and sunny later. We're going to go to the Old Manor House now, so I'll look forward to seeing you when we get there. So here we are at the Old Manor House, and behind me you can see the gates to the walled garden. I've left them open today because I can't film and open the gates at the same time, so let's go and have an explore. And I can see that's the spring border. And the hedge has been renovated. We'll leave the ivy on for the wildlife, but at the bottom I have a lot of baby yew trees which are going to grow up, and that will be replacing those eventually. This video here was taken in the spring of 2022, February time, so you can see the difference before and after. Now this is the before. You can see there's some hydrangeas struggling away. The old hedge there is smothered in ivy, and below are some shrubs which don't really lend themselves to anything of interest. So we removed most of those and we replaced them with herbaceous border, which you will see in a moment. So you can see it before and after. Angelica there next to it. And along here you can't really see, but I've punctuated it with some more yew trees, but I'm going to use those as features. So I'm going to trim them into 3 of them into tall points and 2 into round balls, so there's some winter interest when everything's not showing. There's a tulip here, Giuseppe Verdi. These were open the other day, but you couldn't see the red on the petals. Isn't that beautiful? Next to Brunner, a sea heart. There's the hellebore, Anna's red. There's a type of honesty here, Lunaria, purple. Now that came free with the plant by mistake. It's really nice. There's shrimps on the Barbie. We have here we have Dicentra, or its new name is Lamprocapnos. And this is a young plant, but look, it's got a little flower coming, and it looks going to look really nice against this pulmonaria here, shrimps on the Barbie. This is one of my favourite hellebores. This is doesn't have a name, it's just one of the hybrids. And as you can see, we've got them all the way along to the end. And my most favourite plant in here is this, another type of honesty, Lunaria. I showed this on my last video. I don't want to say its name because it's far too long and complicated, but these are biennials, so they'll flower this year, set seed and die, and so I have to find some more to replace them for next year, because if I don't replace them for next year, I'm going to have a year without while the seed's set, because it takes 2 years. And that looked pretty. I made this little eye catcher the other week, some bits and pieces that were lying around, so I thought when you walk up and down this garden, as you'll see, it's good to have an eye catcher, which we don't have at that end, but we do have a path into the orchard. Now these are just recently been planted. Can't do so much of this one because it's full of tulips, and in this one we have a mixture of herbaceous plants, grasses, ferns, roses, lavender, irises. There's some delphiniums that grew there called Bluebird, which are bright blue from seed. Some Lamium ovala album, which are white. They get so about 2 foot tall, really pretty. Excellent for bees. The Brunner there called Alchemy Pewter, which was a bargain at £3, I thought. Now here, the rain has splashed these a bit. I think there's been a cat digging in here as well, but we have a Penstemon with Plianus chocolate drop. So these from seed as well last year. I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to grow. Some more daffodils there. I moved a lot of these because they're all in one bed to start with. And yeah, there's a plant here which I found a root of. Somebody left it as a gift. No idea what it was. I think it's some type of cranberry cordifolia or something like that. I might be wrong, but we'll wait and see. But it'll be exciting anyway. Some roses in the middle there. Some irises. There's a a deceased looking lavender, but I did have a look the other day and it's green underneath, so I'm hoping it'll come back. Lovely daffodils lighting up the garden. There's a tulip here, just one. Unfortunately it's next to a yellow daffodil. But anyway, it's called Friendship, this one. So I'll dedicate that to all of you. Yeah, and there was a huge here. What's its name? I was talking about them all day yesterday, now I can't remember. Yes, but anyway, we've got a lovely white passion flower there, passiflora, growing up there. And here's some roses I brought from home. They're too big for us. So this is Rosa Pink Perpetu. And you can see it's going to do really well. Look at all the buds on there. So these roses are going to climb up here in this frame, and they'll look really nice. Of course, got to finish that as well. A little bit of a herb garden going on here. So all the herbs are together now rather than scattered everywhere. Chives, it's a bit of lavender if you like lavender biscuits and things, which you use the seeds for. Curry plant, there's a mint under there, chocolate mint, spearmint, garden mint. Here's some gooseberries and they're just starting to come into flower. Give these a good prune as well. These are quite old, these ones. The old stem there, that'll have to come out when they've got some new ones. As you can see, that's the little vegetable area. I've got rhubarb, loganberries, raspberries in there, the bay tree. And this is still being developed, but this is my little propagation area. And you can see the daylily there waiting to go somewhere, but I'm struggling to find space for it now. I've filled everywhere up. Little plant hospital or bargains. There's lots of aces in there I bought for £1 each. Give them a good home. And I thought, well, we had some clematis as well. They're also £1. I think they're going to call myself Mr. Pound. These are doing really well because these were absolutely tiny when I bought them. Now they're growing at a great pace. And here there's some roses. Lots of double hollyhocks at the back. So there'd be a bit of a screening tied this area here. Yes, it's looking really, really hopeful for the rest of the summer when it arrives. I'm just having a little sit down in my armchair. I thought I'd look at this old, well, it's not so old, but it's a book about old gardens which have been lost. It's a really, really good book. It's called The Lost Gardens of England. Mostly around stately homes and large houses, which are, a lot of them are no longer in existence, which is really, really sad. And it's absolutely bursting with ideas. And the photographs, it's from the old Country Life magazine, which is still in publication today. Just look at the beautiful picture there of the gardens which have just gone. So what I get from this book is lots of ideas of what I could, maybe on a smaller scale, let's try and achieve. We've got some beautiful scenes, flowers, cottage gardens. I know everyone loves cottage gardens. Just look at this one here. Stunning. So this is another lost place. The book details what happened to the houses and the gardens and if they've been resurrected or they've gone completely, which a lot of them have gone. But it's fantastic that they're in this book and we can look back at them, at the archive of material, and just see what beautiful places that people created, which are no longer here, but recorded for prosperity and for people like me and you who want to continue to design and create beautiful spaces. Yeah, granted that we haven't all got massive estates and huge houses, but we can still achieve these wonderful things on a small scale, which is quite doable. As you can see, you can borrow ideas, make them your own. Yeah, and this is how they used to cut grass in the olden days. Before they had lawn mowers, they had donkey mowers. And I don't know if you can see on this one, but the horses and donkeys used to wear shoes so they didn't make holes in the turf. Yeah, so I would highly recommend this book if you can find it still. I'm not sure if it's still around, but yes, it's a a brilliant book. Just look at that beautiful scene there. It's idyllic, isn't it? It's called The Lost Gardens of England, from the Archives of Country Life by Catherine Bradley Hall. I hope you enjoyed your visit to the World Garden. It was lovely to take you there and see what's happening, what's growing, what's coming. And yeah, so much to look forward to. And I hope you'll keep joining me on my journey throughout the coming year as I revisit and as things develop and grow. I'd just like to thank you again for watching my channel, for your support, for your really nice comments. It's really encouraging. You know, I'm just a little gardener in the middle of not very much. So it's nice to know that I'm sharing all that with people around the world and you're really enjoying it with me. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Please feel free to leave comments or subscribe, you know, or what people say at the end of the videos. You're very welcome to tell your friends about this channel if you've enjoyed it. And I'm just going to sit down now, enjoy my coffee and have a nice rest. So I look forward to seeing you very soon. Thank you for watching again. Bye now.